What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is the Hammer Lecter, and today we got another figure in the house and introducing here Marvel's Ronin from the Hawkeye series. So yes, this is a figure that I am actually very excited to get because I did not get the first Ronin figure that came out in the Avengers Infinity War wave. So this is my first one here, but unlucky for you guys, I am not able to compare this to the previous figure because like I mentioned, I do not have that, but I'm of course really excited to check out this figure, go through the articulation, accessories, and of course do some comparisons at the end of the video. So yes, without further ado, let's just unbox this bad boy up. Alright, so before we go to the unboxing, we're just going to see the packaging over here because we are quite familiar with all this useless, windowless packaging. So we have the product image on the sides and also on the front. And on the side here, we have some artwork over here, which looks pretty decent. And we also have a preview of all the accessories that comes with this figure. Nothing much on the top. So now let's just unbox this bad boy up. So here we have the Ronin figure, and it does come with a lot of accessories. We have two swords here, one short and one longer one, and we also have the bow on him. There's no arrows that comes with him. And in terms of the head sculpt, we have one from the previous Ronin figure, I think, and this one here looks really nice. You can see that his eyes here is pretty cool. He does have the gold lines on him. It's all sculpted in, but it of course does come with some gold paintwork. And I do like the pulled texture on his whole mask over here. It really feels like he is wearing a mask, a cloth mask over his head. And we also have the cowl over here. So this is the hooded cowl, or whatever you want to call it. So they give you that more kind of darker look and ninja look here, which looks pretty cool, I would say. And on him, you can actually have the detachable one here, so you can just put it on his neck. So you can either use either one here, which looks pretty cool. So I'm just gonna put this on him. This one not so bad because his head is a little bit with the hair, so compared to that. So just looking at this head sculpt, this looks amazing in terms of the head sculpt. I think one of the better ones they have done. I think even better than the original Hawkeye figure, which we gotten last year. This one here is very accurate to Jeremy Renner, which I really do like. I like the hair back as well. Really cool. The only difference that I did notice about this figure compared to the previous one was the fact that that previous figure had the throwing stars hand on him, very similar to the bullseye one, but that one was in the knife. So that is one thing that's missing there. And not sure what about that sound, but yeah, basically that's the only thing that's missing here because the other things are pretty similar. And this one does come with the knives, and what I noticed here again is that you can actually put both the swords. I'm not sure whether it was done by other people, but you can actually put two swords together at the same time, so you can pull out both at once. And the bow here as well, pretty long, and it's all made out of plastic, so it's not very kind of what they call it, elastic with this. So going on to that, like the head sculpt, like I mentioned, looks really nice. The suit as well, this one is detachable, this harness here, and you can see the suit's all really cool. Something very similar to the previous figure. And for people like me who missed out on the first one, this is a really great addition to have. You can see that it does come with a lot of sculpting here. You can see on his wrists and forearms here, we do have the shield armor, which looks really nice. Nice sculpting goes on. You can see on his shirt as well, his jacket, a lot of sculpted work. And you can see on the zip as well, you can see a lot of gold lines, and on his buckle and on his shoulder pads, all really nice, really cool. Really excited and happy to get this figure. If you go on to the legs as well, a lot of details on the legs, and on his knee pads, again more gold lines, and also on his shin pads here, a lot of details going through. Amazing looking figure. And with that being said, let us go on to articulation. And before we do that, let's go do a head swap on him. I think that's what you guys want to see here. So this is him with the face mask on, and again you can use the hooded here, detachable hoodie on him, which looks really nice. Let's put this all to the side. have a closer look at him. Really cool. Joints are a bit tight, so you gotta warm it up a little bit. And if you want to change this up, you can put this in. And did I get it right? Okay, it's like that. Alright, so he looks much better here. Very cool. I might just get one more of this figure so that I can have one without the hood and one with the hood or whatsoever, because this one really looks very cool, and especially the head looks really amazing as well. So we're gonna go on to articulation first. So in terms of the head movement, you can tilt all the way up this much because it uses a disc joint, and you can tilt all the way down here. Really nice. And of course you can rotate as much as you want. You do have some decent swivel on the head, not a lot. And of course, going on to the arms, you can spread out here, not to a full T-pose, but oh, actually it's quite good. So you gotta like just force it a little bit here to get a nice T-pose on him. You can rotate as much as you want, and you do have your nice bicep swivel, and you do have your pin jointed elbows here, which is none too bad. I just need to brighten this up a little bit, or maybe just put the light sauce here. And going on to the wrist rotation, you have some nice wrist rotation here, and a hinge. Let me see, hinge up and down on both sides. Not too bad. It's a bit stiff on my figure. There isn't any extra hands with him, which is very disappointing. They're gonna give him like a close-fisted hands, but not with this. And going on to the torso, I think this is the most challenging part. So you can crunch forward a little bit here, and you can crunch backwards, but you will kind of detach this thing. I think similar to the Loki figure as well. And going on to the waist, you do have some nice waist swivel. And also, let's go on to the legs here. You can spread out this much only, not a lot. And you can kick forward, not too bad, almost 90 degrees. And you do have your pin jointed, double jointed knees, which goes back very nicely here. Doesn't really kick back to himself. And there isn't any calf rotation or boot rotation, but you do have excellent ankle pivots with this figure. And so measuring out this figure, he does stand in at about the 6.5 inch mark. Of course, here he is next to some other MCU characters. We got the Thor, we also have Black Widow, we have Captain Steve Rogers, we have the Hulk buff here, the Hulk buff above, we have the Hulk buff, we have Doctor Strange as well, and Spider-Man at the back. That is it with the Hawkeye figure, the Ronin figure, and for a rating, I am going to give this a nice solid 7.5 out of 10, because it is a remake at the end of the day, but definitely a more wanted figure compared to the other figures that came out in the previous wave. And I know a lot of people were searching for this, and the price in the second-hand market was actually pretty high, but definitely thanks to this, it was a great remake. And yes, you're gonna get a better head sculpt here with the Jeremy Renner face, and I think this is really great. I mean, you do miss out on the extra hands, but I think a lot of people would rather have a more accurate and sexy Jeremy Renner look compared to that. And yeah, I really like this figure a lot, especially for me who did not get it first time. I think this is really great. For those people who actually got the figure the first time, I see a lot of them actually selling it off. Maybe because, again, for the head sculpt, but other than that, I think it's not really that really important if you guys have the first one. So that's just my opinion. Of course, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this figure. And of course, if you guys enjoyed this video, do click the like and smash that subscribe button down below for more videos I see in the future. Also, do follow me on my Instagram at the Humble Lecter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.